going on, guys? We're back in the garage. Going to be working on the BMW S1000RR. Why? 101 degrees outside. Inside's a nice cool 72. But what we're going to be doing today is, boom, that. Finally got the Akrapovich header in. I got it in stainless steel because honestly, you really don't see it on this bike. So I don't see personally the reason to spend whatever it is, an extra $400 to get the titanium one. If you had a bike that you could really see the header on it, then I could understand spending the extra money for a titanium one. I know it's a couple pounds lighter, but I'm not going to be doing any roll racing or anything like that. So stainless steel header is absolutely fine with me, and I really like the Akrapovich header. We're going to be putting it on because I can't stand the bike being this quiet, and I can't stand the look of that gigantic bread box right there. We're going to get rid of all that. The tune from BT Moto is on its way. I'm waiting for a harness. I already have the handheld unit, but I'm waiting on the harness for the, what is it called? The OBD2 connector, whatever, the connector that's under the seat. I'm waiting for the harness, but that doesn't matter because this header, this particular model, the BMW S1000, I believe RR and single R, comes with 402 sensors. So like on my last BMW S1K, I didn't even have a tune on it. I did have the full Acra header on there, and it runs fine because the computer has a lot of information from those 402 sensors to kind of figure the mapping out. It's not the best, but there's no problem running it in its stock form without a map with a full header on it. Is it the best? No. Obviously, the best is if you dyno tune the bike, you know, or go with a tune from either BT Moto or somebody else. But that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to move the bike in the middle of the garage so this way I have room. We're going to start taking the panels off, take the muffler off, take that ugly header off, and we're going to put that puppy on, and then we'll give you a cold start. I'm not going to start the bike up now because I don't want the pipes to be hot while I'm working on it. But you guys all know how quiet these things are. Things sounds like a sewing machine. But let's get started. Can't wait. Really excited about this. All right, guys, moving along. And I got the lower fairing off. I took the entire, I guess, mid fairing off, whatever you want to call it. I got the pieces right there. So what I did already was I took off all of the O2 sensors, the 4, 2 in the back, 2 in the front. And then what else did I do? Those are already off, ready to go. You have to reroute the ones in the front and pull them a little bit back more because these O2 sensors are further back. They're not up in front like the stock setup is. And then you have the valve that is on the stock header right there. So you don't need like a servo buddy or anything. If you want to save money, I just cut the wire, took them off of here, and then I took the entire unit off. This is where it plugs in right there. And if you unscrew this and open it up, you could just take these wires out of here, and that's it. And then I'm going to put this back together. I'm going to put it back on the bike, and I'm going to plug it in. And this motor is going to be doing whatever it thinks it needs to be doing, but obviously no wires are going to be pulling anything. Other than that, I think, I took off the main bolt. There's one main bolt that goes all the way through the back. And now it's just a matter of taking off the head bolts up at the head on the engine. They are 12 point, and then I could drop the exhaust and we could start putting the new one back on. But before that, I'm going to reroute the O2 sensors so this way I have more room to, because they're going to be about right there, 2 of them on both sides. Okay. My buddy Steve's coming over with his brand new Road Glide CVO ST. I just finally got the header out. This thing, oh my God, is it heavy. This thing is really, really heavy. Wow. Oh my God, that thing is heavy. What a weight savings it's gonna be. So not only are we gonna get probably a good, I don't know, 15, 20 horsepower with the BT Moto Tune, we're probably gonna save about 20, 25 pounds, I'm thinking. Oh my God, this weighs nothing. All right, time to go back in. If you're gonna be doing anything with an exhaust and springs, try to get yourself a spring tool. Super simple like this. You could pull the spring and hook it on. Really easy to use. Gonna save you a lot of headache and a lot of time. Everything's ready to go. Tighten up the O2 sensors. Let's give it a first startup. Damn, that's loud. It is.
Great. Well, it's indoors too, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Outside,
But if it's,
good.
I'm gonna ride it obviously like this for quite some time. If I think I need it louder, then they have the Akrapovich short can that I could put on. You know what I mean? Okay, guys. Bike is sounding good. No exhaust leaks. Bike is idling fine, running good. I'm gonna put it back together now. We're gonna start with the top fairing, work our way down to the bottom fairing pieces, button the bike up, and then I'll take the bike outside and show you guys how it looks. We'll do another startup, and then after that video, we'll do our first ride. But it sounds really good with the Acra header. Absolutely, just as good as I remember it. Also, what I got was, stay tuned, because at the end of this video, we're gonna be putting it on, and I have a little touch that I'm gonna do to it. We finally got the closeout plate that just came in for the tail tidy TST. So stay tuned, we'll button the bike up. I'll wipe her down with some spray wax, clean her up a bit, but oh my God. Really, really happy with how it came out. If you guys want to know a couple tips, if you do this yourself, you don't have to move the radiator forward, but the oil cooler on the bottom, there's two bolts, one here, one on the other side. And then you could actually, this will move forward, give you more room. I strongly recommend you use that tool right there, the spring tool. The hardest part of this job was installing the springs onto the clips, the hooks, onto the header. That was the hardest part because it's so tight. What you want to do is you want to take the flanges off of the pipe, install all four flanges, bolt them on, and then what I did was I separated the back end of the pipe from the forward header, and then I also separated the two headers, which is actually comes in two pieces, the left two cylinders and the right two cylinders. I did the right two cylinders first, put that in, put the springs on, then I did the left side, put the springs on, and then I mounted the back portion, put the springs on, and then I installed the O2 sensors. You have to kind of reroute them because the front O2 sensors are up in front on the stock pipe, stock header, but now they're in the back, right next to each other. So yeah, if you use those tips and take your time, you'll have no problem. You could do this job yourself and save yourself a lot of money and a lot of headache. All right, guys, all buttoned up. Another little problem, I'm gonna say maybe a bigger problem, just not a hard problem, but a really big pain in the neck. All of these screws that are on here, 1, 2, here, all inside that hold the fairing together, it's all the same Torx bit, but they have almost like a bushing or sleeve at the end, and there's 3 different sleeve sizes. If you don't mark down where the sleeve sizes go, that's what happened to me. I didn't mark it down, and then certain ones don't fit in certain places, and then you have to take it out, put that one back in. It's a pain in the neck. So when you take it out, make sure you see how long the sleeve is. Maybe somehow make a drawing of the bike or of the fairing and kind of write down which one goes where. Just a little tip, because it is a pain in the neck. So everything is back together, but we do have to cover this because this is wide open. So what I'm gonna do is, we got the cover plate from TST, which is this one. So that is gonna go just like that. You see, guys, to cover that, all right? And then what I was thinking of doing, let me show you. From the old fender, I actually saved the BMW logo. I think I'm gonna put the BMW logo right there. I don't wanna throw it out. I think it'll look good right there. So let me put all this together, put it on the bike, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. Someone even told me that BMW actually sells a block-off plate or a closeout plate with the BMW logo on it, but why buy it if you can make one? All right, she's ready to go. Service in a couple days. Get the ECU unlocked. BT Moto Flash coming also in a couple days. So I'll be bringing you guys those videos. Stay tuned. Look how nice that looks. Nice and sweet. Best tail tidy, I think, around. Job is all done, all complete. What do you guys think? I hope this video is gonna help some of you guys, if you guys want to install the Akrapovich header on your BMW S1K yourself. It's really, really not that hard. You just got to be patient, and anything with the springs and, you know, right by the header, by the head, anything you're doing in that area is going to be tight. So I have pretty large hands, so it was kind of, it was very tight, and you just have to be patient. But you could get everything done, not a problem. It took me, I'm gonna say, I did it in 2 days, but it didn't take me 2 days because I didn't have the right tool and I had to get it the next day. I would say probably about 5-6 hours you could do this job from start to finish. You could complete the whole job. So as I was telling you guys in the past, I'm gonna keep this can on. I'm gonna give you guys another startup outside because the startup I gave you was inside the garage. I'm gonna keep this can on it now for a couple rides, and if I feel I need it louder or I want it louder, then I'll get the short Acra can. But if not, hopefully this one sounds good, and I think it does, then I'm going to keep it. I like how it looks. It's an Akrapovich can. It's got the carbon fiber on the tip. I think it looks really good with the bike and the finish, but we'll see. Main thing was to get the header on, and now I don't have to pay the dealer for that job. I don't know what they charge. I think they charge about $150 per hour, and I'm sure they would probably charge maybe 4, 5, 6 hours to do the job. So if you do it yourself, that's going to save you at least a minimum of probably about $600, which is good, because you could take that money and put into something else in the bike. I finished off the block off plate with that BMW logo right there. I think it looks really good. I love this TST Industries tail tidy with the lights and the license plate relocator kit. I think it just looks so clean. I think it's the cleanest one. We got the tech spec tank grips on there, and the next thing we're going to do on the bike is we're going to go on a first ride, and I'm waiting on the harness for the BT Moto handheld unit, which I already have. I should have it somewhere in here. And the BT Moto handheld unit, yep, I got it. It's right in there. Thank God I have that. So I have that, and I'm just waiting on the correct harness, because the the harness that I actually have is for my old Suzuki Hayabusa. So waiting on the harness, we'll get the stage 1 Bren tune on it. That should jump it up to, I think, about what I've seen online on Bren Tune's YouTube channel was about 225 horsepower, which is absolutely insane. But not only that, it takes off a lot of the restrictions, and it does a whole bunch of other things, which we will get into. But let me give you guys a startup. This is not a full cold start. Might sound like one, might not, because I just started the bike for an Instagram reel a couple minutes ago. So I don't want to rev it too loud right now. It's still early in the morning, but the next video, I promise, when we do our first ride, I'll take it somewhere where we can do that, and I'll give you guys a little, some revs, and obviously you're going to be able to hear it through the helmet cam. So thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like this type of content, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.